everybody, this is Abby with Scrap and Abby, and I just kind of doing an impromptu video. I wanted to work on some different storage solutions for my sequins in my craft room. Currently how I have them displayed, I'll go closer in just a moment, on the bottom shelf, but this is just one of those. I think these are like you guys know what these racks are. I think everybody has, I think it's the Recollections. I can't remember who makes it, but that's what I currently have my sequins stored on the bottom two shelves of this. And although I love how it looks because they're in clear containers, they look pretty, I like it, I'm kind of getting more sequins, and I'm running out of these plastic containers that I purchased from, I think I got these from, I showed them in one of my hauls. I forgot where I got these. I think Walmart maybe. I can't remember. Anyway, so, and I think it's cute. I like it, but I don't have any more. And I didn't really want to go buy another pack of those because I got to thinking I would run out of room on this shelf because I have all of my dollar spot glitters here and they go too deep. Let me pull these little packages out here so you guys can see a little better. So they're too deep for those, and meaning there's two jars, not that it's too deep for the container. Anyway, so I have all these different packages that have come in different kits and things like that, you know, different like studio calico and that kind of thing. So I had this idea, and I'm going to swing you guys around to my craft table. I've been trying to work on organizing some things in my room, cleaned it up because my goal today was to work on my planners, get them set up, but that didn't happen. I've kind of hit my wall for the day, so I'm going to do this last project, and I'm going to go upstairs, edit some videos, and watch some old movies. So I'm really excited about that. Anyway, back to the sequence. This is a 25-piece storage box system. I don't know if I don't think I've posted this video yet because I'm going to be editing that in with another haul I have. But this came from, no, I did post this. It's from Harbor Freight. I apologize. And it's just a 25-piece storage box system. And it was intentionally meant for like tools and, you know, screws and nuts and bolts and that kind of thing. So I wanted to use this for my sequin storage. And just kind of a good tip, whenever you guys find these styrofoam pieces like this, I keep these because I use them to put in my stick pins and things like that when I'm altering those kinds of items and they need to dry or something. That's just what I use them for, so I always keep those in my Raskog cart. Anyway, so these are the little containers, and I know I'm going to have like probably two, possibly three with the same color, but I'm thinking that this might be enough, and if it's not, I go back and get another one. Not a big deal, because these are something, once they're all in here and contained in this box, I can then just store this in my closet or, you know, wherever in my craft room, and then if I have to get another one, I can stack it on top, and then in turn what that will do is give me this shelf free, except for these. I'm leaving these where they are, and then these things will stay where they are, and this stuff will stay where they currently are housed. I may leave the gold and silver in those jars. Oops, I just knocked some more sequins off, because I think I like how it looks in those jars because they fit really well there. And this, of course, I'll leave because this is in the original container, but I've repurposed some of my little Maya Road tins and put some sequins in there as well. So my plan, or my thought process, is it's going to basically clear this much of the shelf for me, and possibly a little bit more, like I said, if I do have enough containers to put these gold and silver larger sequins in. And then I can utilize this space for some other items that I want to kind of move around in my craft room. So it's not really a dilemma because, or a problem, because I have a craft space. Just giving you guys something to look at while I'm chatting with you for a minute. So I don't want to make it look like I'm complaining about my space. I'm totally not doing that. But I went from having, I don't know the dimensions, but I had, at our old house, I had the entire downstairs office, and that which opened up into like the, I guess, a formal living room, front room type of situation. So it was like two big rooms in one because we went from one big house to a little bit bigger house. So I had that whole entire downstairs for my craft room, and it really looked like a store because that's how I kind of like displaying my craft stuff, like in really cool vintage things. And you guys will see that when I do my craft room update. But in this house, my craft room, even though the house is bigger, my craft room isn't as big because it's actually the size of a normal room. I just got fortunate to use the downstairs part. So my point is I'm trying to reshuffle all of my goodies and kind of reorganize as I can and as I'm feeling better. So that's my plan, is to kind of reshuffle some things. So I'm slowly working on this room organization so I can do an updated room tour for you guys. And my goal is to do it in sometime in May, if not the first part of May, because I haven't done one since 2013, so I really want to do one. So anyway, let me quit chatting. I'm going to go ahead and work on getting these sequins into that container, and I'll come back and show you guys my progress and if I like it or not. So I'll be back in just a minute. Okay guys, I'm back, and I just wanted to keep this paper here just in case anybody missed it on the first part of the video, that this is the 25-piece storage box system from Harbor Freight. So I have completed putting the sequins that I currently have, at least the ones that I showed you guys in those little smaller, well, that are a little bit large, but they're the clear plastic containers, and I like how this looks. These don't go anywhere. Even though they're kind of moving from the top to the bottom when I flip it around like that, these lids snap securely. What I did, if you're curious as to what these two little white pieces are, these are the bits of stiff styrofoam that came originally with this. I ended up keeping these in the container for now, but when I'm done with them, I will put them in my stash to use for my stick pins, as I mentioned to you earlier. So what's on the side here is I just have a super tiny little pack of some metal stars that came from Studio Calico in one of my Cocoa Daisy Kit of the Month pack kits. So I just went ahead and just stuck that in the side there, and you can see these are the sequins that I had in those boxes, as well as some of the packages that I showed you in the first part of the video. And I do have a few empty ones, and I left those in there. I could have put some different things in there that are sequin-ish related, but I wanted to have a few empty, so as I buy more sequins, I'll have some containers. And then this was really inexpensive. I'll look online to see how much it was. I don't remember. I think it was like $2.99 or $3. It was less than $5. I know that for sure. So that way I can go back and get another one, and I can just keep adding these, and I think it just closes perfectly. It's nice and secure. I don't feel like it's going to fall out. Oops, I'm going to show you the containers on the inside. We'll grab a purple one, shocker. So this is what they look like with the sequins inside, and these hold quite a bit. And oops, this is the closure on the front, and it just unsnaps like that. Open it up, and you have easy, quick access to your sequins. Close it down, it snaps, and snaps again, like that, and it's secure. So if I'm working on a project, in another room, I can just grab the sequins I want with my fuse tool. I have my fuse tool in this container here, which I'll do in a different video to kind of talk about craft room storage. So say I'm going to a girlfriend's house, or we're going away for the weekend, or visiting family out of state or something, and I wanted to take a few things and not take a ton of things, I can just open up my storage container that I have for my fuse tool, and I can either take all of my sequins, or if I know I'm working on something specific and what colors I want, I can just come in here and grab out the colors I want, and I can toss them in my container for my fuse tool, and it closes up nice and nice and secure. So I really like this idea. I thought it was fun to do that, and I will take the camera off my tripod, so I'm gonna turn it or pause it real quick, and then I wanted to show you guys what I put in place of the sequins. So let me just get these put in there real quick, close down the lid, and I'll see you in just a second. Okay guys, back, and I want to apologize. I didn't realize until I stood up that I had my fan going. I have this little fan in my windowsill. That's all my purple stuff, some of it. Anyway, and I didn't realize it was going, and I know it's kind of loud, so I apologize for that in the first part of the video. So these are the containers that I showed you in the beginning that I had the sequins in. So my thought was I could take these off of the shelf and have a little bit more space for some other items, but it actually worked out really well because I didn't really have a good storage solution for these different flat back pearls, and the ones that are shaped kind of like a they look like eyes to me. I don't know what you're supposed to really call them, but they look like the shape of an eye to me, so whatever. So these kind of little goodies what I'm talking about. So this one here is just a mixture of all the white that I had. I have some kind of in this really pretty kind of gold kind of tone, and then I also have some flat ones. This is a mixture because I just had little tiny bags originally. This is just a mixture of some blacks and some silvers and some grays, and then I have purples, and I did, oops, I almost dropped it. Sorry about that, guys. I didn't have a ton of different shades of purple because I bought these kind of like a little sampler pack type of thing. So I just put mix all the purples together. It's easy to go in there and pick out which ones I want because it's a really wide opening on this container. Then I have like some pinks, more of those kind of ones that looks the shape of an eye, and then I have some creams and whites mixed in there. If you guys know what the actual name is or how they're described on the website, or if you buy, I got these at convention a long time ago, so I don't remember I don't have the packaging. But if there's an actual name for the shape of these flat backs, can you guys comment and let me know below? I want to make sure that I'm saying the proper name when I'm doing videos. I have some of these. I purchased these from a Zibbet shop, oh gosh, 3 years ago, and they're flat back, kind of the resin flowers, like a rose, and this is like a really light lavender purple. I love them. I hoard these. I'm going to tell you guys right off the bat that I haven't even used them once. They're beautiful. I just like to look at them. So here are some larger lavender flat back pearls, and I have a couple big white ones in there. Same story with this. Clearly I have enough to be using some projects, but I just like to look at them for now. So this one's full of that. So this worked out perfectly for this section here, and it gives me a place to easily access those flat back items as well. They're pretty to look at on the shelf. I like it. It just kind of mixes in really well with that. So I wanted to show you one other thing really quickly, since I am doing this video to show you guys how you can purchase a storage item from a hardware store or home supply store and use it in your craft room for storage. So I'm just going to kind of pan you guys over here slowly. I'll be doing a craft room tour, you guys, so don't worry, we'll be having that coming up soon. So I wanted to share with you another item that I purchased from, I almost said Hobby Lobby, from Harbor Freight. This is black, and I debated on this for probably a good 2 weeks before my husband put it together because it comes flat in a box, and there's like, it takes some work. I mean, there's some screws in there you guys can see, and you have to put all these little metal dividers together, but they want it sturdy because it was made for the purpose of holding tools and things like that for guys in their garages and whatnot. So I thought, gosh, do I want to paint it white and then sand it so it's kind of chippy? Do I want to paint it purple? And I just decided, you know what, I'm just going to leave it black because I don't need to have every single item in my craft room purple. Shocking, I know, but I just didn't want to do that. So I just left it black. If I want to change my mind and paint it someday, I can totally do that. I just thought it would have been easier to do it when all the pieces were flat. But as I said, this is metal, as you guys can hear. And those are the dividers. So this is a 4-tiered display rack, and I just have some things randomly stashed in here right now. Nothing is set in stone. I'm just kind of still working on my room, as I told you guys. These are my puff pins I got from the Dollar Tree. Love them. And actually, let me tell you a quick story. I've got one of them, and my husband knows that I struggle with my TN and everything, and so he brought me home a bundle of these instead of a bouquet of flowers. I thought that was cute. It's like, you're married to a crafter when. So this is the middle one, and I just have a few things in here, just kind of some storage. But this shows you can put some bottles in here. You can put some different containers. Once I get this actually organized the way I want it to be, I will do a video kind of on more crafty storage, but just to kind of show you guys what you can put on these different items you can find at your hardware store. So these are the Delusions paints. This is holding a total of 2, 4, 6, 7 paints. You can kind of see how deep these trays are, and a little bit wider as you kind of go down. So just wanted to quickly share that with you guys. So I hope that you liked my Sequin storage solution from the hardware store. And if you guys have any questions about any of this, just let me know. I'll put a link to the Harbor Freight website in the description box in case you don't live in a state where you can go to a store like I did. And if you guys have any suggestions or any ideas of different types of storage or solutions, like if you're having trouble storing your flowers a certain way or whatever, and you guys would like to see how I do that or whatever, let me know. And I can share with you what I do, and I'll just do that. So I gotta go. My battery is turning red on my camera, so I will see you guys. I'm sorry, I can't even grab this. So I'm gonna have to let this charge, and I'll work on getting this video edited up hopefully on Monday, which will be April 4th. So I will see you guys soon. Happy crafting, happy planning, happy scrapping, and happy storage solution end. I just made that up. See you guys next time. Bye.